Welcome to Sorare Edge. This is our first look at Game Week 36. I want to run through the top 10 plays I'm looking at for Game Week 36. We're going to start at number 10, and that is Goga Bitadze. Jonathan Isaac went down with an injury last game. He's already been ruled out today. If that injury lingers, I think you could potentially see some Goga minutes going forward. Goga is a nice 1.07 points per minute at a 6L10. Top end of his normal range is about 25.5, making him the 10th best play overall. We'll just watch his games this week and figure out if he's going to be in the rotation. You can still get a Goga just under $3. There's a couple for sale here. Coming in at number 9, it's Jordan Hawkins. He's been playing a little more. He was out of the rotation. He's been getting minutes, in part due to some of the suspensions that the Pelicans are running through right now, and also the injury to Dyson Daniels. If Hawkins can get 20 minutes, I think his top end range is somewhere in the high 20s. L10 of just 9. Little more expensive for him as he only has rookie cards. $750 is his low right now. I'd be a little careful with him. We're going to have to watch this week to see if he continues to play that many minutes or if he goes back to the bench. Your number 8 play is Lamar Stevens. Since joining Memphis, he's been playing in that mid to lower 20s range most nights. I've estimated him at 23 with an L10 of 13. 23 minutes gives him a top end score of 33.6. 2 games for Memphis this weekend. If you want to pick one of his up, you can still get him for under $3. There are quite a few here listed. If you want this year's card, you're going to have to go all the way up to $484 right now. Coming in at number 7 is Trey Mann. LaMelo Ball still out in Charlotte. Mann's been getting right around 29-30 minutes a night. Puts his top end range in the low 40s. 2 games for Charlotte. Watch LaMelo Ball's injury status leading up to the weekend. If it looks like he's still going to be out, I think you can certainly throw Mann in. His L10 keeps climbing, but still a great play. 21.47 in between his top end and that L10 of 20. If you want to pick up a Trey Mann, you can get one just under $7. Coming in at number 6 is DeLon Wright. This is a guy we talked about numerous times earlier this season when he was a backup in Washington. He wasn't playing. He's a good player. 0.98 points per minute. Finally got an opportunity last night to get some big time minutes with Miami's suspensions and injuries. Played 35. Really nice game. Put up 34 points. You can get that on an 8. You're in great shape. Only 1 game for Miami over the weekend, so we're going to have to watch how they play, how he integrates to the team with all their players back. I'm estimating him at 20 minutes. I think he is going to play even when everybody's back. That puts his top end about 30. Obviously, if he gets more minutes, he can do more for you. Watch things as the week develops, see how many minutes he's playing in their next game. If you want to pick one up, they're already up to $7. It's for last year. If you want this year, we're looking at almost $10. Checking in at number 5 this week is Devin Booker. Top end over 60. L10 of just 38. 2 games for the Suns. 38 just too low for him. But obviously, he's a star player. He's going to be a little more expensive. In that 24 range right now. Coming in at number 4, it's Benedict Mathurin. He was one of our plays of the week last week. He just put up a career high last night. Result of that is his limiteds are all the way up to $12.50. 23 L10. Oh, very playable this week. Top end of 45.5 if he's going to continue to get minutes in the mid 30s, which seems to be what's going on with Aaron Nesmith out. So I would be watching Nesmith's availability closely heading toward the weekend. If he continues to sit, Mathurin continues to get these big minutes. If he comes back, I think you're still going to see in that high 20s, low 30s from Mathurin. He's just playing too well for them to put him back on the bench. 2 games for Indiana over the weekend, so get a couple of shots at this one too. Third best play of the week is a surprising one. It's Bol in Phoenix. Last 2 games, he's averaging 26 minutes, so they're actually giving him some run. At L10's up to 19, but still really in play if he's getting 26 minutes. This is a 1.18 point per minute player. 43.32 for a top end. 2 games for Phoenix. I'd like to see what he does this week. I think you can play him this weekend if he can continue to get some minutes this week. Also an affordable option for you. Many of these under $4. Halliburton was our top play last week. He's our number 2 play this week. Put up a stinker last night, but obviously this guy can score and score a lot. 38 L10, only went up 1 point from last week. Top end still in the mid 60s. That's good enough to give him the number 2 spot. He's obviously expensive. If you want one of his, you're going to have to pay over $70. But if you own one, 2 games for the Pacers this weekend, I think he bounces back, has some nice games. And our top play as of this Tuesday morning, we're looking at Keegan Murray in Sacramento. He put up a huge game last night. His L10 actually dropped from 22 down to 20 this week, making him an even better play than he was last week. Only one game over the weekend for the Kings, but at this level of L10, I think you almost have to put him in your lineups. Top end in the upper 40s. He hit an outlier last night at 52, so he's obviously capable of big things, and this is with their full team intact. Fox, Sabonis both played. He's their number 3 scorer. He's certainly capable of big games. He showed that last night. Keegan Murray, the top play of the first looks this week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back on Friday morning. I'll update all the minutes, get you some updated projections, and we'll run through them by threshold, give you the best plays at each cap number, and get you ready for game week 36.